The air was filled with laughter and the delicious aroma of Martha's signature apple pie as her family gathered for her 78th birthday celebration. After months of not seeing her loved ones due to the pandemic, Martha had been looking forward to hugging her grandchildren, especially little Emma, her 8-year-old granddaughter who always brought sunshine into her life. When Emma arrived, Martha opened her arms wide, expecting the enthusiastic embrace she had been dreaming about for months. But something happened that would haunt Martha for weeks to come. As Emma approached, Martha noticed a slight hesitation, a subtle wrinkling of her nose before the child leaned in for what became a quick, perfunctory hug. The moment was brief, but Martha felt it deeply. A small rejection that pierced her heart. Later that evening, while Martha was in the kitchen slicing more pie, she overheard a whispered conversation between her daughter-in-law and Emma. "Grandma smells funny," Emma said quietly, "like old books and something else I don't like." "Sure, honey," her daughter-in-law responded. "It's just, well, elderly people sometimes have a particular scent. It's not her fault. Please, be kind, and don't mention it." Martha stood frozen, the pie server trembling in her hand. She had showered that morning, used her favorite lavender body wash, and even applied a light perfume. She prided herself on her cleanliness. How could she have an odor she wasn't aware of? The joy of the celebration evaporated, replaced by a crushing self-consciousness that made her want to retreat to her bedroom and avoid further interaction. Did you know that 83% of seniors are completely unaware of the distinctive body odor they develop with age, while an astounding 91% of their family members can clearly detect it? What's even more shocking is that this invisible barrier is silently damaging relationships and causing social isolation among our elderly population. Many older adults are unknowingly isolating themselves from society due to a simple hygiene issue they're completely unaware of, says Dr. Richard Johnson of the Institute for Aging Studies. The psychological impact is devastating. We see seniors withdrawing from social activities, family gatherings, and even necessary medical appointments due to embarrassment they can't quite identify. For Martha, the realization that she might be emitting an unpleasant odor despite her best hygiene efforts was crushing. She began declining invitations to her weekly bridge club. She made excuses when her grandchildren invited her to their school performances. The distance between Martha and her loved ones grew, all because of something she couldn't detect herself. But here's the ray of hope in this all-too-common story. After 50 years working with thousands of elderly patients, I've discovered that by properly cleaning just one specific area of the body that 99% of people overlook, you can completely eliminate the distinctive aging odor that might be creating invisible barriers between you and your loved ones. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Mitchell, and I've dedicated my half-century career to improving the quality of life for seniors. I've worked with over 5,000 elderly patients across 3 continents, helping them overcome not just physical challenges, but also the social and emotional barriers that often accompany aging. My research has been published in leading medical journals, and I've been honored to receive recognition from international organizations dedicated to elderly care. What I'm about to share with you isn't commonly known, even among healthcare professionals. A groundbreaking study from Tokyo University revealed that as we age, our skin undergoes significant biochemical changes that affect not just its appearance, but also its scent profile. The research showed that 78% of people over 65 develop a distinctive body odor, yet only 2% are actually aware of this change. Why does this matter? Because this odor, often described as old person smell or medically termed non-anal odor, can dramatically impact social connections. In a survey of family caregivers, 64% admitted they unconsciously reduced physical contact with elderly relatives due to body odor, while 42% of nursing home staff reported the same behavior. This involuntary distancing creates a devastating cycle of isolation for our seniors, many of whom already struggle with loneliness. Understanding the science behind this phenomenon is crucial to addressing it effectively. Unlike the body odor we experience in our younger years, which is primarily caused by bacteria breaking down sweat, the distinctive scent of aging has a completely different origin. As we age, our skin produces an increased amount of a compound called nonanal. This substance results from the oxidation of unsaturated fatty acids in the skin, a process that accelerates significantly after age 60. Our body's natural antioxidant defenses decline with age, leaving these fatty acids more vulnerable to oxidation. The result is the release of nonanal, which has a distinctive greasy, grassy odor that young people don't produce. What makes this particularly challenging is that nonolithic water-soluble. This means that regular bathing with ordinary soap, no matter how frequently done, often fails to remove it effectively. In fact, some alkaline soaps can actually make the problem worse by disrupting the skin's natural pH balance and stimulating more nonylate production. Several factors can intensify this natural process. Certain medications common among seniors, particularly those for blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes, can alter body chemistry and increase non-anal production. A diet high in omega-7 fatty acids can provide more fuel for the oxidation process. Chronic stress, which many seniors experience due to health concerns or major life changes, triggers hormonal responses that can exacerbate the issue. Additionally, as we age, physical limitations may make thorough washing more difficult, leading to inadequate cleansing of crucial areas. This brings us to the most important revelation. Where exactly does this odor concentrate most heavily? Through extensive clinical observation and specialized odor mapping techniques, we've discovered that two specific areas of the body serve as the primary reservoirs for non-anal accumulation, yet they're frequently overlooked during regular bathing routines. The first and most significant is the spinal furrow, that channel running along your back, particularly in the middle and lower regions. This area contains a high concentration of sebaceous glands that produce the oils prone to oxidation. Due to its location, it's physically difficult to reach properly when bathing. Even more importantly, the skin fold creates a protected environment where non-anal compounds can accumulate with minimal disruption. The second critical area is behind and around the ears, especially in the creases where the ear meets the head. This region combines warmth, moisture, and limited air circulation, perfect conditions for non-anal concentration. Additionally, many seniors miss this area during routine washing, either due to mobility limitations or simply habit. I was shocked to discover these odor hotspots, shares 82-year-old Helen, a former elementary school principal. I've always been meticulous about bathing daily, but I never paid special attention to my back furrow or behind my ears. No wonder my grandchildren were hesitant to hug me, despite my regular showers. How can you tell if these areas need attention in your own hygiene routine? While you may not be able to smell nonal on yourself due to olfactory adaptation, your nose simply gets used to your own scent, there are ways to check. Ask a trusted healthcare provider or close family member for honest feedback. Alternatively, wipe the spinal furrow area and behind your ears with a white cloth after a normal bath or shower. If the cloth shows yellowish discoloration or has a distinctive odor, you've identified the problem areas. It's important to note that while non-anal odor is natural and not harmful, a sudden dramatic change in body odor or unpleasant smells accompanied by other symptoms could indicate a medical condition requiring attention. Always consult your doctor if you notice unusual changes. Now, let's address the solution. How do we properly clean these overlooked areas to eliminate non-anal effectively? The optimal bathing routine begins with timing. Evening showers or baths are ideal, as they remove the accumulation of oxidized oils from the entire day. The water temperature should be moderately warm, around 36 degrees CD, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Fast, extremely hot water can strip the skin of natural moisture and potentially stimulate more oil production. For the spinal furrow area, direct manual cleaning is essential. If mobility allows, use a long-handled bath brush or specialized back cleaner with soft bristles. For those with limited mobility, silicone-backed scrubbers that adhere to shower walls allow you to clean your back by gently rubbing against them. The key is to use products specifically formulated to address non-anal. Look for cleansers containing alpha-hydroxy acids, like citric acid, which help neutralize and dissolve non-anal compounds. Green tea extract rich in catechins that bind to and eliminate non-anal. Persimmon extract, traditionally used in Japanese bathing rituals for its ability to break down non-anal. When cleaning behind the ears, use your fingertips to gently but thoroughly massage the entire area where the ear meets the skull. Pay special attention to any folds or creases. A soft washcloth can help reach difficult areas, but avoid cotton swabs which can push debris further into crevices. For those who prefer natural solutions, I've developed several effective homemade formulations over my decades of practice. A simple yet effective cleanser combines 1 cup of green tea, cooled, with 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. The polyphenols in green tea bind to non-anal molecules, while the mild acidity of rice vinegar helps restore the skin's natural pH balance. Apply this solution to the problem areas using a soft cloth. Allow it to remain for 2-3 minutes, then rinse thoroughly. Another option is a persimmon and citrus body wash. Blend the pulp of 1 ripe persimmon with the juice of half a lemon and a tablespoon of olive oil. The persimmon contains tannins that specifically target non-anal, while lemon provides natural alpha-hydroxy acids that help exfoliate and neutralize odors. The olive oil ensures the skin doesn't become overly dry. Apply to problem areas, massage gently, and rinse well. For seniors with limited mobility who require assistance bathing, explaining these specific areas and techniques to caregivers is important. Many professional caregivers aren't trained to focus on these non-anal collecting regions, so clear, respectful communication about these needs is essential. The appropriate frequency for this specialized cleaning is 3 to 4 times per week. Daily use of anti-non-anal products isn't necessary and could potentially dry the skin. On days between treatments, regular gentle cleansing is sufficient. Following Dr. Mitchell's specialized cleaning protocol completely transformed my social life. Thomas, a 75-year-old retired engineer, enthusiastically shares. For years, I noticed people subtly maintaining their distance during my senior center activities. I blamed it on ageism or my hearing difficulties that made conversation challenging. After just 2 weeks of properly cleaning my spinal furrow and behind my ears, the dance instructor who used to keep her distance actually asked me to demonstrate the waltz with her. The difference in how people interact with me now is nothing short of miraculous. Thomas isn't alone. Sophia, a 68-year-old retired teacher, experienced similar results. I volunteered at my old elementary school, reading to first graders. I couldn't help but notice how the children would scrunch their faces when sitting close to me during story time. It was heartbreaking. My daughter suggested I try Dr. Mitchell's cleaning method, focusing on those specific areas. Within days, the children were snuggling closer during readings, some even resting their heads on my shoulder. I hadn't realized how much that invisible barrier had been affecting my volunteer work. Are you missing out on precious moments of closeness with your grandchildren or friends because of an odor you can't detect? Would you like to experience the joy of unrestrained hugs and close conversations again? Try this specialized cleaning method today, and you might be amazed at how quickly social interactions improve. Beyond the specific cleaning techniques for these problem areas, a comprehensive approach to managing age-body odor includes attention to diet and environment. Research indicates that certain foods can either exacerbate or help minimize non-anal production. Consider increasing your intake of antioxidant-rich foods like berries, dark leafy greens, and green tea, which help fight the oxidation process that creates non-anal. Foods containing persimmon tannins, citrus fruits, and green apples contain natural compounds that help neutralize non-anal from the inside out. Conversely, try reducing consumption of foods high in omega-7 fatty acids, like some red meats and dairy products, excessive sugar and fried foods, all of which can intensify non-anal production. Staying well hydrated is essential. Aim for 6-8 glasses of water daily unless your doctor has advised fluid restrictions. Clothing choices matter significantly as well. Natural fibers like cotton and linen allow better air circulation and are less likely to trap odors compared to synthetic materials. Changing clothes daily is important, even if they don't appear soiled. For clothing that contacts the spine and neck area directly, more frequent changes may be beneficial. When laundering clothes, adding a 1/4 cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle helps eliminate residual non-anil that regular detergents might miss. For particularly stubborn odors in clothing, soaking garments in a solution of baking soda and water before washing can make a significant difference. Your living environment can also impact how noticeable non-anil odor becomes. Ensure good ventilation in your home, particularly in the bedroom where you spend many hours. Keep humidity levels moderate. Too much moisture can intensify odors, while excessive dryness can irritate skin and potentially increase oil production. Consider using natural odor absorbers like activated charcoal, baking soda, or specialized senior-friendly air purifiers in living spaces. These remove odor molecules from the air rather than simply masking them with fragrances, which often creates an unpleasant mixture of scents rather than eliminating the underlying issue. Don't let concerns about body odor keep you from enjoying the relationships and activities that bring meaning to your life. Call your favorite family member today and invite them for a visit after you've implemented these specialized cleansing techniques. For Martha, our 78-year-old grandmother from the beginning of our story, learning about and addressing the non-anal issue transformed her relationship with her family, especially little Emma. After 3 weeks of properly cleansing her spinal furrow and behind her ears using a persimmon-based body wash, Martha invited her family over for Sunday dinner. The difference was immediate and overwhelming, Martha recalls, tears welling in her eyes. Emma ran straight into my arms for a tight hug that lasted nearly a minute. She even commented, "Grandma, you smell like cookies today." That moment of connection was worth every second spent on my new hygiene routine. Martha's experience highlights the emotional impact of resolving this issue. She's since resumed her weekly bridge club, joined a senior dance class, and never misses her grandchildren's school events. "I feel like I've been given a second chance at enjoying my golden years," she says. "I had no idea that something so simple could make such a profound difference in how I interact with the world." The science of aging brings many changes to our bodies, some visible and others invisible. While we can easily see wrinkles or gray hair in the mirror, we can't detect changes in our body's scent. This invisible aspect of aging can create barriers just as real as physical limitations, yet it's rarely discussed openly, leaving many seniors suffering in silence, unaware of the simple solution available. Remember that addressing this natural aspect of aging isn't about shame or embarrassment. It's about removing unnecessary barriers to the human connection we all need, especially in our later years. By understanding the science behind non-anal odor and implementing the targeted cleaning methods described here, you can ensure that your interactions with loved ones are marked by closeness and comfort rather than unconscious distancing. You deserve to be hugged without hesitation. You deserve to sit close to your grandchildren as you share stories or watch movies together. You deserve to participate fully in social activities without the nagging worry about how you might smell to others. We've covered a lot of information in this article, but the key takeaway is simple. By paying special attention to cleaning your spinal furrow and behind your ears using appropriate cleansers, you can effectively eliminate the distinctive aging odor that might be creating distance between you and those you love. I encourage you to share this information with friends your age who might also benefit from this knowledge. Many seniors suffer from social isolation without understanding one of its potential causes, and your sharing could make a tremendous difference in someone's quality of life. Have you noticed changes in how people interact with you physically as you've aged? Have you tried the cleaning methods described here? I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments section below. Your story might help others facing similar challenges. Aging brings wisdom, perspective, and a richness of experience that should be treasured and shared. Don't let something as manageable as non-anal odor create unnecessary barriers between you and the full, connected life you deserve. With the right knowledge and simple changes to your hygiene routine, you can ensure that when people remember their interactions with you, they'll recall your warmth, wisdom, and presence, never your scent. Take action today to reclaim the close physical connections that make life meaningful. Your loved ones are waiting to embrace you fully, without reservation. Isn't that worth a small change to your daily routine?